We're going to start off, of course, by talking about England, who finished their Euro 2024 qualifying campaign with a very disappointing 1-1 draw in North Macedonia last night. And it was live on talkSPORT. Three Lions gaffer Gareth Southgate had a very interesting conversation with talkSPORT's Faker Others after the game. Have a listen to this.
I'm listening to a phone-in at the moment on talkSPORT, and some of our listeners are ringing in and saying they turned the television off, they were bored by the performance. What do you say to those fans who need to be behind the team coming into what is a really important year?
I don't think there's a lot I can say, really. I think that the players used the ball well tonight. If we think we're going to come and beat teams like this by 4s and 5s, well, there's no evidence that that's happened to them.
Well, there is, back at the 7-0 at Old Trafford.
Yeah, but that's because we played unbelievably well at home.
Fair play, Faye.
Yeah, by the way, you're 100% right. What a great question that was, and put back to him as well. Our players used the ball well. Not from what I saw last night. I don't want to come on here and go, get him out, he shouldn't be in charge, because, that's just never, ever going to happen, so it's pointless saying it. But what I will say, it worries me, and last night's game, the last two games were a little bit of a sort of like, we qualified, so, there wasn't that much to worry about if we did play like we did. But what does worry me is what Gareth Southgate says after. He said we played really well. I think one of the terms he used was great, right? I watched last night's game. I watched Friday's game. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. Now, again, the counter-argument, it doesn't matter we qualified, but still, there's enough players on that pitch, right, for England to play better. And maybe he's right that teams don't go to North Macedonia and smash them 4 and 5, but win 2-1, 2-0, 1-0, win. Yeah. It was embarrassing, if anything.
It weren't the best of performances.
And by the way, sorry, Harry Maguire was a penalty.
Do you know what's funny? Is
how that was not given? Wow, he's got away with one there.
That's the thing, and that surprised me because even the commentary, not talkSPORT, because that talkSPORT was fantastic.
Well done, mate.
Channel 4.
It's got you another contract.
When I was watching Channel 4, they were saying that they thought that it wasn't a penalty. Harry Maguire's. That for me was a stonewall penalty. That
he threw himself.
It's a penalty. The second one on Rudiger Lewis was not a penalty. That was poor.
What's he meant to do with that arm when he's heading the ball?
Exactly. So I didn't think, basically it evened itself out, really, didn't it? Pickford with a good save, and then the rebound followed it.
When I saw that penalty save, I'm like, why don't you just push it around the post? But when a ball's coming that speed, you just got to get to it. Right?
I mean, fair. What you need then in that situation is your defenders, and your midfielders to bail you out.
But the penalty taker is going to be closer to the ball.
Yeah, but he'll just react. But it seemed like there was no one near him. No. But no, it wasn't a good fluid performance. I know it's hard. I've been to conditions like that where you're expected to turn the team over, and it's anything but. But I think, again, Gareth Southgate will look at the decision, some of the players he's picked, the performances from some of the players. I think he'd learn a little bit more about his squad. But also as well, one thing he'd understand is the importance of Harry Kane to that team. I know that's probably something that we all knew anyway, but again, it kind of highlighted itself last night. Ollie Watkins, who I'm a big fan of, I think he's had a really good season. Struggled last night. Harry Kane comes on. I know he doesn't score, but there's an immediate impact. England's performance seems to go up when he comes on the pitch as well. So it is one of those where the positive they don't get beat, but I'd expect England with this squad of players to get past North Macedonia, even if it's in their own backyard.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.